Alright, what's going on, guys? Here's your boy Jaden, or JJ Kings, coming at you with a brand new Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video, and today it's going to be a tutorial on how to make my M8A7 camouflage and my RK5 camouflage, or paint shop, whatever you want to call it. But I noticed a lot of people did like these. I actually got the idea for this tutorial. I never planned on making a tutorial on this. I've had this paint shop since like the 8th month of BO3. The game's coming up on 2 years old now, and I still haven't made a video on it. I didn't plan on it, but this one guy I was playing with randoms yesterday, in Search and Destroy, going for my 100 wins, which I'm 72 kills in, 72 wins in, excuse me. So I need to win 28 more. You'll see the supply drop open video hopefully tomorrow. But he said that he really liked it and wanted a tutorial on it. And then the 6-man I've been playing with for my wins in Search and TDM and stuff, I was second round of Search. I was the last alive when I was about 50 wins in, and they all thought this was a black market camo. They thought that you got out supply drops, and they're like, yo, I've never seen that before. Is it like new camo or something? I'm like, no, I made it. And then I told them how to make it. It's very, very simple. It just takes a while. One thing I would like to add is be careful which camos you put underneath it, because all the animated camos make it look very bad. The rainbow gets very dark, and then a lot of the other just normal camouflages, whether it's multiplayer or black market, just don't look very good. What I'd recommend camo-wise is I'd run gold underneath, Energon, or no camo at all, because like I said, animated camos make it look bad, and some camos that even aren't animated, like Pixel, make the rainbow very dull. So just keep that in mind when you're making this. If you like the way this looks, and I think it looks fine, if you guys have gold, definitely run that. If not, nothing. And Energon, I mean, that's supply drop exclusive, so if you guys have it, that's great. It looks best with Energon, but if not, don't worry about it. Go for gold or just rock with no camo. Without further ado, let's get into this. So what you want to do first, you want to click options for PS4. I'm not too sure on what it is for Xbox, but I'm sure you guys know how to get there. Then you want to go down to paint shop. You want to go over to assault rifles. You want to select the M8A7, and I have 2 variants here. It doesn't matter how many you guys have. Just make sure that you guys, when you come to make this, make sure you guys have slots, because you can only make so many paint shops. So if you guys don't have enough, just delete the ones you don't use. What you want to do to start, you want to come over to type. You want to go over to the I here right after H. You guys know your alphabet, I hope. If not, you're a noob. But you want to go 4 down in red. You want to start with red. It's the easiest to not get lost with which color comes next. Then you want to move on to your next one here. You want to go 4 down, which is most vibrant. You want to go, well, technically it's 5 down, but there's 4 above it. So you want to go 5 down. You want to angle it. Start at the front of your weapon. Don't start at the back, or your lines will get all out of whack. You won't realize it, but the lines do start looking really bad if you start at the back. I found that out with personal experience. The first time I tried to make this, I made that mistake, and it ended up not looking very nice. Because the lines weren't at the angle I wanted. They're closer to straight, and I didn't realize it. And then as soon as I was pretty much done with it, I'm like, oh god, this looks very bad. So then I start at the front. Just do the same thing I'm doing if you are doing this. If you're not doing this, really, you don't have to watch this video, because it's not going to affect you. It's not going to make you better as a player. It's just going to make your gun look mad cool. I'm not going to do this the whole way across. I'm sorry I don't have music. I want music in here, but at the same time, I'm not trying to get copyright striked. So I'm not going to do this the whole length across, because it does, like, I know you guys don't want to just hear me rambling on while I make this, but you want to do this across the entirety of your weapon, of what you can customize, at least in Paint Shop. You can make the lines as big or as small as you would like. I try and do them like kind of thick, but not as thick as Kim K. No, I'm just joking. Just try not to make them like super thick, or you can't get as many colors as you want. and it starts kind of looking funky. The purples in here do look very nice. And if you guys don't like the rainbow, you guys can change it to, like, say if you're in the clan, you can make it your clan's colors. And also, you guys will notice as you keep going, your things get thicker and thicker because they have to get longer to cover up the M8A7, and that's 100% okay. Because, like, look how much thicker this one is, the one I'm hovering over now, compared to the beginning. If you want to change that, the next one, you just make, like, look how thick this one is, and then you just cover up some of the other stripe, which honestly, like, it's, hold on, I'm trying to figure, okay, there we are. Which is fine. It's just when you get to the end, you won't even notice that any of them are bigger than the other. And then what you want to do, you want to flip over your gun to do the other side. You always want to do both sides. It looks best when you do that. And then you just pretty much start over doing the same thing here. You just do the exact same thing on the other side. Like I said, start at the front of your gun, where the barrel, like, closest to the barrel. Don't start at the butt or it looks very bad, like I was saying. And you just do the same thing here. 5 down, and then you just select your colors. But like I was saying, if you guys want to do just black and white and put, say, ash underneath, which does look pretty nice, you guys can do that. You guys can do whichever colors you want. Just make sure that you have a camo to go with it. What you want to do where the iron sight is, or elo, it looks very nice if you rock with iron sight, but I personally don't, and it's still fine. Make sure you do the top of your weapon to make it look good. So you want to go at an angle, because you'd think the iron sight or the top of your gun, you'd want to make it straight, right? Because, you know, it would make the most sense. But you do want to make it at an angle, because if you are just doing the same thing, you can't make it long. As you can see here, if I was trying to make it long, it would just be one color, and that's not what we want. That looks bad. So you just want to do that on your weapon, and then when you are finished, it will look something like this. And then if you want to make the same thing on the RK5, which is the only two I do it on, because these two weapons it looks best on. I wouldn't recommend doing it on others because it doesn't look as good. But the RK5 and the M8A7 it looks very good on. So when you're doing the RK5, you do the same thing. You go to I, and then you select the colors that you would like. You just do the same thing as you did on the M8 here. Start closest towards the barrel of your weapon, and then just go through all the colors. One thing I would like to add on the RK5, because it does look very, very cool if you do it correctly. So as soon as I plant that stripe, you just keep going the whole way across, and as your lines get bigger, you cover up some of the really fat lines with your other lines, and you won't notice when you are finished. Do the same thing on both sides, same as M8A7, guys. It's pretty much the same thing. You just want to keep going across with these lines. It's a very simple paint shop, and one that looks very, very cool in my opinion. So when you come to the back of your gun by the hammer for the RK5 here, as you can see, you want to do the same thing with the eyes, but this looks awesome. I think that if you want to not do this, you could just do straight lines. If you really want to, you can do straight lines, but this looks so cool. It doesn't look that great in the paint shop, like as you're making it, but as soon as you are finished, it looks so cool. I'll actually show you guys it here on my finished RK5. You want to make it at an angle instead of going straight, because on the RK5 you can go straight up and down, but I don't recommend it because this looks so much cooler. You want to do the same thing on both sides here. As you can see, I'm doing the red on the opposite side now. I'm not going to completely finish this paint shop or it will not look as cool. I mean, it will look as cool, it's just like you guys don't want to sit here and watch this entire thing. That's a really, okay. So there you have it. That's how you make them. But the back where the hammer is, look how cool this looks. You do a black stripe at the very top, straight up and down, and that's your outcome. Here's the outcome for the entire RK5. It looks very, very nice. I love the rainbows. They just look really, really cool. And then here's your outcome on the M8A7. So please go on ahead and try this out yourself. Your M8 will be looking fresh. You'll have people asking you how you made it. But leave a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're new. Let me know in the comments if you want me to make more videos like this one. And it's been your boy Jaden or JJ, and I'm out. Later.